First attempt of the 1-and-1 is up, and it's good. Richlands, a very fundamentally sound free throw shooting team. 3 points in this final period of play for Richie Drum. Leading all scores tonight. Drum missing too hard. Rebound tipped around, finally in the hands of Mullins. Pass knocked away by Clem. Saved inbounds to number 22, Baldwin. Great defense by Richlands. And the Blue Tornadoes getting all the breaks here in the final period. Clock is down to 4:54. It's an 8-point lead for Richlands. And a timeout by Gage City. The Blue Devils needing a shot of energy going down the stretch. They need something to spark them to life. Here in the fourth period, J.J. Altizer of Richlands with 2 points. Brad Baldwin with 2. Richie Drum with 3. And Kevin Dye with 2. For Gage City, only 2 players have scored. Chad Mullins with 5 points. One of those on a three-pointer. And another three-pointer being tossed in by Jason Jones. 4:54 left to play in this ball game between the Richlands Blue Tornadoes and the Gage City Blue Devils. Gage City led at halftime, but it's been all Richlands here in the second half. 57-49 the score. The junior varsity team victorious earlier tonight over the Richlands JV. And the Blue Tornadoes getting a rousing hand from their fans. A packed gymnasium here at the Richlands Middle School tonight. 3/4 of it in favor of Richlands, but a very vocal 1/4 for Gage City. Altizer has the basketball. Gage City again playing a 1-3-1 defense. Looking for help. They finally get it to Baldwin. Now it's J.J. Altizer, and boy, the coach of Richlands about to have a cardiac arrest over there on the sidelines. Steal by Lark. He's going to go all the way. He'll take it, and he is fouled. Shot counts, and the foul. Chris Lark being fouled from behind. Great concentration by the Gage City senior guard. Foul whistled on Brad Baldwin. First on Baldwin. That is Lark's first points of the second half. He now has 2 on the night, and he now has 4 in the night. Number 5 here would make it a 5-point advantage for Richlands. So Chris Lark gets the 3-point play, and the Devils put the pressure on with 4.5 minutes left to play in the ball game. Clem, long pass up court. Now it's Clem with the basketball. Over to Drum, driving the baseline, and a foul whistle on Hensley. Hensley thought he got all ball, but it is a personal foul whistled on the big senior of Gage City. It'll be a 2-shot foul, and for Hensley, that will be his. No, they give the foul to Chris Lark, number 20. Couldn't see that one, but it's Lark with his third personal. First shot, no good by Drum. And he'll have one more. The second of 2 is up, and it rolls good. So Richie Drum really doing a job of it tonight for Richlands. Heron up to Mullins. Whip pass up to Jones. He's double-teamed in the front court. Whip pass into Hensley. Turns around jumper short. And coming down with it is Dye, and he steps on the baseline. No, it's a foul. A foul called on Gage City. It appeared Dye had stepped on the baseline, but instead the whistle goes the other way. And number 50, Brad Hensley, picks up his 4th personal foul. Kevin Dye is at the free throw line right now. Dye with 2 points on the night. Pair of subs coming in, one for Gage City. It's Brian Baker checking back in to replace Jason Jones. And Dye will be coming out of the contest momentarily. 58-52 the score in favor of Richlands. Free throw does not go on the front end of the 1-and-1, and it's Brad Hensley giving up to Chris Lark. 4 minutes exactly left to play here in the ball game. Lark giving to Mullins, looking for help, working on a screen to Baker. Baker into Brent Heron. Spins around, his move in the lane. Shot will not go, but a foul on one of the Blue Tornado inside post players. Foul on, let's see. No call as of yet. 22, Brad Baldwin with his 2nd personal foul. And that will send Brent Heron to the free throw line, shooting a pair. Heron, with his team trailing by 6, looking to cut into that Richlands lead. Shot is up, and it's no good. Hensley doing all he could to stay out of the lane. Heron trying to give Gate City a point, and he does. Heron cuts the Richlands lead to 5 points. Blackwell in, replacing Brent Heron. It's Blankenship inbounding, trying to get it in. Finally gets it to Altizer. Knocked off the referee, and it'll be out of bounds to Gage City. 3:48 left to play in the fourth quarter. 58-53 score. Number 22, that's Baldwin breaking the press. He'll weave it up himself and look for Richlands to try to run as much clock down as they can. Baldwin back to Altizer. Now Monk. And I think this, if Richlands had it their way, they wouldn't take a shot the rest of the game. They're going into the four corners, Blankenship, and they're going to try to milk it. Richlands going to try to take almost 4 minutes off the clock, and a foul whistled on one of the Devils. Foul is on number 12, Brian Baker. Baker with his third personal. And that'll send Brad Baldwin to the free throw line. Baldwin hit 6 free throws in the first half, accounting for all 6 of his points. He's hit a bucket in the fourth quarter, has 8 total tonight. Baldwin converts the first one, and the lead is back up to 6 for Richlands. And the second one up, it is good as well. Baldwin converts the pair. It's a 7-point lead for Richlands. Baker around Baldwin, looking for help. He's got Mullins in the corner from 3. Mullins' shot is no good, tipped around, and Gate City just having a hard time rebounding tonight. Double teamed in the backcourt. Finally a foul whistle on Hensley, and that's it for Brad Hensley. Brad Hensley has picked up his 5th personal of the ball game, and that'll be it for the Gate City senior. Hensley will take a seat on Coach Sandy Blackwell's bench. Let's see who Blackwell brings in. It'll be, who will it be? Nobody, no motion as of yet. Now it's Brent Heron coming back in. Heron will replace Brad Hensley. Hensley with a tremendous first half. He had 12 first half points and failed to score in the second half, but a great game by Brad Hensley. At the free throw line for Richlands is number 52, Brandon Blankenship. Blankenship with the first of a 1-and-1. It's no good, and it's Brent Heron. Gate City with 3 minutes remaining, trailing by 7. Lark has it in the front. Baker looking for some help. Now he gets it to Lark, inside to Heron, posting up, drives around a defender. His shot blocked from behind, but a foul to be whistled on Richie Drum of Richlands. Nope. It's Brandon Blankenship. It looked like Drum got Heron from behind, but it is Brandon Blankenship. And Brent Heron sent back to the free throw line, shooting what should be 2. They only give him a 1-and-1. I can't believe this. It should have been a 2. Heron with 8 points tonight. Second is up, and it is no good. Rebound tipped around off of Phyllis, and Mullins fouling Phyllis, trying to steal the ball away. And for Chad Mullins, that'll be personal number 4. Gate City has cut it to a 6-point deficit, and now Scott Phyllis coming down to shoot a 1-and-1. Jason Jones in, and Chris Lark coming back to the bench. Phyllis having a good game from the free throw. Well, check that. This will be Phyllis's first attempt at a free throw tonight. It's up, and it's good. Phyllis with 6 second-half points. He has 10 on the ball game. It's back to a 7-point Richlands advantage. Shot no good off the back of the arm. Blackwell, the guard, pulling it down. Up to Jones. Cross-court pass to Baker from 3. Shot is up, and it's good. Brian Baker of Gate City nailing the three-pointer. And a Blue Devil timeout. No. Yes, it is. A Blue Devil timeout. Baker with his first points of the second half. He now has 8 on the night. Gate City has cut the lead to 4, 61-57. One great thing about the Gate City team this year, with the excellent three-point shooting of this squad, they are never really out of it, as this final stretch in the fourth period has shown. 2:39 left to play in the ball game. A 61-57 lead for Richlands. Leading scorers for both teams. Richie Drum leading the way for Richlands. 22 points tonight for Drum. For Gate City, leading scorer. "17 points for Chad Mullins as he's leading the way for the Devils." So Drum and Mullins, the respective leading scorers for their squads. Teams are back out on the court for the final 2:39 of the fourth period. Again, the score is 61-57 in favor of Richlands. And one of the water boys wiping up some sweat on the floor as play is in action. Richlands Drum they finally got the 10 seconds, as it seemed like they were counting the 15. 61-57, Gate City with the basketball on the turnover. Chance to cut the lead even further. It'll be Brent Heron inbounding, looking for help. Brian Baker with the basketball. Back to Heron. Man-to-man defense being played by Richlands. Mullins trying to post up on the inside. Baker from three. It'll be short, an air ball. Out of bounds to Richlands. Chris Lark coming in. And Jason Jones sitting down for Gate City. Also, Brad Baldwin checking in for Richlands to see. J.J. Altizer will have a seat on Coach Yost's bench. Blankenship looking for help. He's going to have to hurry. And a foul whistled on Lark. Lark trying to prevent the inbound pass. And with 2:16 left, that will be another foul on Chris Lark. Lark with his fourth personal. Lark with 4. Mullins with 4. Hensley is fouled out already. And Brian Baker with 3. Going to the free throw line now for Richlands will be number 22, Brad Baldwin, who just checked in. Again, the substitution, Lark going out, Jones coming in. First free throw is good. Baldwin with the 11 points, make it 12. Mullins has it. Gate City trailing by 6. Mullins driving, trying to pull up out to Blackwell, instead whipping it inside to Heron as he is hammered on the inside by Blankenship. And Blankenship will be whistled for his second personal, check that third personal foul. Brent Heron returning to a spot he's found himself at quite a bit this period at the free throw line. Shannon Boy now coming in to replace David Blackwell. Heron is shooting 2. First one is up and no good. Eight points for Brent Heron. 4 of them here in the second half. Heron's second free throw, again, no good. He misses a pair. Those are really costly down the stretch. 2 minutes exactly left to play in the ball game. 6-point lead for Richlands. Phyllis over on the far side to Baldwin. They're just going to milk the clock down right now. Baldwin looking for help, and a timeout called just before the 5-second count. The referee was just about to bring the hand up, and a timeout just in the nick of time. Clock standing at 1 minute, 51 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. 63-57, the ball game in the favor of Richlands. And a timeout here for the Gate City cheerleaders. Gate City in some foul trouble late in the ball game, and they are going to have to play some extremely intelligent basketball, especially on the offensive end, for the final 151. been a good, hard-fought ball game. Gate City had a 1-point lead at half, but the second half has been a back-and-forth contest with Richlands leading most of the way. They came out with a tremendous run to start off the third period, and they have stayed on top since. And let's see. It'll be Richlands basketball on the inbounds pass. Looking for somebody to get into. Finally, it's Baldwin. Baldwin nearly slipping on the floor. You can be sure. And Baker committing his 4th personal foul from behind. That'll send Baldwin, a very steady free throw shooter, to the line. Baldwin tonight has hit 10 free throws. Jones in, and now Blackwell in. Heron taking his seat for Gate City. 1:44 is what's left on the game clock. Brad Baldwin making a living at the free throw line. Shot is good. Baldwin has hit 5 free throws in the 4th quarter alone. 13 points for the short guard of Richlands, make it 14 as he picks up yet another free throw. It's an 8-point advantage for Richlands. Gate City trying to claw back. 1:40 left to play in the ball game. Jones from 3. It's in and out. Fight for the rebound, and it comes down to Gate City's Jones, and he is fouled from behind by number 30, Chris Clem. For Clem, that'll be his 3rd personal foul, and it'll send Jason Jones to the free throw line for the first time tonight, shooting a 1-and-1. Jones trying to cut an 8-point advantage for Richlands with 1:32 left to play. First one is up, and it's good. 4th point of the night for Jason. He had a 3-pointer earlier in the 4th period. Shot is up, and it's good. Jason Jones with 5 fourth-quarter points. A couple of substitutions in. Jones out, Lark back in, and Richlands now leading by 6. Lark guarding Phyllis. Now it's Baldwin. Check that. That's Blankenship being guarded by Boy. Monk in the backcourt, or in the front court, double team, stripped away. Who has it? Struggle for the basketball, and a jump ball. It'll go to Richlands. Gate City wanting a travel violation, but instead it is a tied-up basketball with the alternating possession, switching over to Richlands. And Richlands on stacking. Number 34, Monk, dribbling her behind his back, looking for help. He's got Baldwin. Richlands down to 1:05. They're just going to dribble the clock out. 6-point lead for the Blue Tornadoes inside to Blankenship. And this is about going to be all she wrote if Richlands can keep things their way. Boy fouling Phyllis, and that should be a 1-and-1 for Scott Phyllis. Shannon Boy with his first personal foul. And at the free throw line for Richlands, it is Scott Phyllis. Phyllis tonight for Richlands has managed to pump in 12 points, 8 of those here in the second half. He'll be shooting a 1-and-1. Big free throws right here. Should Phyllis miss these, Gate City with a great chance to come back and make some noise. Should Phyllis bury these, then the light becomes a little bit darker. Shot is up, and it's good by Phyllis. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. 9 in the second half for Scott Phyllis. 58 seconds remaining on the clock. It's a 66-59 game in favor of Richlands. Shot is up, and Phyllis does not get the second one. Jones comes down with it. Here's Blackwell in the backcourt looking for help. Looking, and it's kicked. Check that, a foul. Foul whistled on number 12, Scott Phyllis of Richlands. That'll be his third, and it'll be David Blackwell at the free throw line. Blackwell so far tonight as he does not get that one. And the rebound coming down to Richlands. And Phyllis immediately fouled. Just a question on who the foul is on. If it's on Mullins, that's all she wrote for Chad. And that's it. Chad Mullins has fouled out of the ball game. So Gate City's leading scorer leaves the contest with 17 points for Chad Mullins tonight. A good outing for Gate City's senior forward. With Mullins out, it'll be up to the big three-pointers, Baker and Jones. And Scott Phillips is again at the free throw line. Phillips shooting a 1-and-1. He buries the first one. Richlands, if they go on to win this contest, can say that they pulled this one out with the free throws. Very steady down the stretch. I'm not even sure if they've missed a free throw here in the fourth quarter. It's up and good by Phyllis. 4 points in the fourth quarter. Blackwell down the court, up to Lark. He'll take the running check that. He passes off, and it's out of bounds to Gate City, intended for Jason Jones. Clock standing at 41 seconds. 68-59. Baker inbounding. Shot is up by Lark. And the three-pointer does not go. Richlands Clem coming down with it, and he is immediately fouled by Jason Jones. Basket does not count. So Jason Jones picking up the foul, and for Jason, that'll be personal number 1. Down on the other end, Chris Clem will come back and shoot a 1-and-1. 35 seconds remaining on the clock. It is a 9-point lead for Richlands, 68-59. First one is no good by Clem. Gate City racing down the court behind Lark, looking for help. He wants to find somebody from 3. Baker from about 22, off the edge of the rim. Blackwell in the lane, puts a shot up, and it's good. David Blackwell with 2 points. And the foul whistled in the backcourt. Blackwell now with 4 points total on the night. All 4 of those coming here in the second half. Jason Jones picking up yet another foul. That'll be his second. And with a few seconds expiring from the clock, 20 now is what we see remaining on the game timer. It'll be Chris Clem shooting a 1-and-1. Richlands pulling all their players from the free throw line. The first one is good by Clem. 7 points tonight for the tall forward of Richlands. Clem's second half of the 1-and-1 is good as well. Lark from 3, pulling up. It's no good. The wild shot will not go. Clock down to 14. Boy's shot blocked. Looking for help. Gets it to Jones. In the corner from 3. Jones hits the rainbow three-pointer for Jason Jones. 2 of those here in the final quarter for Jason. And the and let's see, number 52, Blankenship stepped on the baseline before inbounding the basketball. And with 3 seconds left, the score 70-64 in favor of Richlands. Gate City with one final attempt. 3 seconds left. Boy looking for help, fires up the three-pointer. It's good at the buzzer for Shannon Boy. He gets in the scorebook, and Gate City loses a heartbreaker, 70-67. A ferocious comeback at the end, but the Blue Devils just could not pull it out. They drop it to Richlands by a score of 70-67. Looking over the scoring for both teams, starting out with Gate City. For the Blue Devils, David Blackwell finished the night with 4 points. Chris Lark with 5 points. Chad Mullins, as I said, fouling out with 17. Shannon Boy with a three-pointer at the end. Jason Jones with 8 points. 6 of those coming on a pair of three-pointers at the very end. Brent Herron with 8 points. Brad Hensley with 12 points. All 12 of those coming in the first half. Hensley fouling out as well for Gate City. Todd Williams with 2 points, those in the first half. And Brian Baker with 8 points, 5 of those in the first half. Turning the coin for Richlands, Scott Phillips had a big night for the Blue Tornadoes. 13 points for Phillips. J.J. Altizer with 11. Brad Baldwin, 14 points for Baldwin. Richie Drum, a tremendous night. 22 points for Richie Drum, leading all scorers. Chris Clem coming on strong in the later 2 periods. 8 points for Clem, and the only other Blue Tornado to get in the scoring column was Kevin Dye. So once again, The score from Richlands High School. Gate City drops a heartbreaker, 70-67, and the Blue Tornadoes and the Blue Devils split the series, both JV and varsity-wise, in the 1990-91 season. So the ending to a good rivalry for this season. For Sean Lepp and Jamie Lawson, this has been PJ Grunsell. I'll be heading back to Virginia Tech, and I've certainly enjoyed bringing you coverage of Blue Devil basketball. Thank you for joining and watching Blue Devil basketball here on Channel 30.